and I'll run. Have a little faith in me.
Okay. Alright, so on Twitter you said that like the new album's gonna be called Symphony Soldiers. What's the story behind it?
I've always believed that a soldier isn't someone necessarily in, uniform, carrying a gun, wearing a helmet. A soldier to me is someone who, kind of stands up for what they believe in, and someone that kind of fights for that, and kind of, stands and holds their ground. And my, what I use to stand up for myself and for what I believe in and to communicate is my music. And symphony is kind of a body of music. So a symphony soldier is someone who uses, music to kind of relay, their feelings or kind of fight for themselves and for what they truly believe in.
What can fans expect from the new album?
It's definitely still us. We didn't really hold back. So the stuff that was kind of pop on the first album is very pop on this album. The stuff that was like a little rock on the first album is like a lot of rock on this one. Every song's completely different. Each song has its own identity, and I don't think there's any two songs on the album that sound the same. They're all very, very different. There's like very dark, edgy songs, and there's very poppy, like Michael Jackson type.
Who inspired you to make music?
My dad was always a singer, and I used to go to my dad's shows and watch him sing. So I guess subconsciously growing up, I always wanted to be my dad. I always watched him from like on the stage, and I never thought that I could do it. I always thought it was so cool that he could sing. I never thought that I could. And so he definitely inspired me to get into music. And he was always the one playing Stevie Wonder and Green Day and all this different stuff in the car. So Frank Sinatra. So he's the reason I listen to the kind of music that I do listen to. And then, so my dad definitely the reason I got into music.
So it's the band's first Warped this year, and how has it been so far?
Heat has been very brutal. It's been kicking my ass. But it's been a great tour. We've made a lot of, we've been touring for 3 years, so we've made a lot of friends, and to be on this tour with, some of those people like the Somerset, and We the Kings, Never Shout Never, and those are guys that we've spent a good chunk of the past few years with. So to be able to tour the country on this big summer camp with them is awesome. And then also people we look up to, like Alkaline Trio. They have a song called Radio, and that was the first song I ever learned on guitar. So those are kind of, as a kid I would have freaked out. I would have totally geeked out over them. So it's pretty sweet that I'm playing and sharing the stage with them.
Do you see your band growing in 10 or 15 years from now?
That's a long time. That's like double my life. Hopefully we're just still making music, Obviously every band wants to be the biggest band in the world, I don't think anyone starts a band to be stay small. So hopefully, we just want our music to get to as many ears as possible, we don't need to be the richest band or anything, but if we can, spread the word of our songs to, people around the world who may, not have been able to hear yet, that's definitely our goal, so by that time, hopefully a lot more people would have had a chance to hear our music, more than they have now.
What's the craziest dare you've ever done?
The craziest dare? It's kind of embarrassing. When I was a kid, I think I was in 6th grade, 7th grade, I was in middle school. I was a terror in middle school. You guys would not believe I was the biggest pain in the ass. I was grounded every other week. I got suspended like 5 times. I was just like a really hard to control at that age. And in high school I was really good, elementary school I was really good. Middle school for some reason I just went off the deep end. And my friend dared me to, I think it was the first night I ever tried a sip of alcohol. I remember my friend brought over a bottle of whiskey, and I'd never drinking alcohol before. And he made me have a sip of it. And, we videotaped it because we thought we were cool, and I was like, I'm drinking alcohol. And I remember climbing a billboard naked, like a billboard, on the side of the highway, and it was a McFlurry billboard. And I remember yelling to people, cars on the highway below me, naked on the billboard. So that's probably the worst dare I've done. Yeah. don't think it's been worse than that ever.
So what inspires you the most when writing?
I think the good thing about writing is there's no rules, you know, like there doesn't have to be a specific thing that inspires you. Like every song's different, you know. You can be inspired by friends or family, or you can be inspired by a girl that you walk past in a park, and you know, you kind of just get that, you know, feeling in your stomach. You never see the girl again, you know, and that's the cool thing about songs is there's no rules, and a lot of our songs are about having a good time and being young and going out, and then a lot of our songs are, you know, super deep and about, you know, helping people, or about keeping your head up and, you know, having faith. It just depends. Every song, you know, is 100% different. And to be honest, a lot of times when I write, when I'm inspired, they don't turn into songs. You know, like a lot of my vlogs and stuff that I do, like that's probably my deepest writing, and a lot of those words will never be songs. My songs are a lot simpler than my vlogs, and I don't know, it's just like different ways of me venting, I guess. My songs are more of like to let out my fun side, and my vlogs are more of like my...
Do you have anything to say to your fans and people that have always been, you know, listening to you from the very beginning?
Just thank you. I got, you know, there's really not much to say. I guess I get kind of tongue-tied because I don't really know what to say, because there's so much to say to people who have supported me and to people who have waited in line and bought our albums, and that stuff means so much to me that there's really not words that I can find to truly express like how thankful I am. Because without you guys and without them, like we would be absolutely nothing. You know, I would be going to college or, you know, working someplace. So just thank you, and I wish kids really understood how important, you know, they are to bands, because a lot of bands don't treat their fans great, you know, and they kind of act like they're on a different level, and they're not, you know. It's like we're all people, and without them, they would be absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Like literally nothing. So just thank you.
And I'll run